Hey guys, it's Ari. Okay. So today's video is gonna be more of an informative kind of video. And so I've been getting a lot of questions over the last 3 years or so, but just recently a few of my friends from high school in Toronto, Mississauga. Okay. Tell me below who says Toronto and who says Toronto. Because I know a lot of people in Toronto say Toronto. Like, who knows, right? Anyways, so a few questions that have been repeatedly asked, I have written them down and I'll answer them today. So today is going to be a beginner's guide to veganism. Because I find that if I tell you easier ways, then you'll see that it's possible and very easy to transition into veganism. The way I transitioned was I never actually knew I was going to become vegan. It started with me going from just a normal type of meat, chicken eater to pescatarian. Then I was pescatarian for 1.5 years. Then I moved to Canada and I became a vegan. And it was honestly the best decision of my life. Of my 19 years of living. Almost 19 years. In 2 months. Okay. So these are going to be the 5 main questions, commonly asked questions that I get. And I'll be telling you the answers for them. Okay. Question 1. Where do you get your protein from? Now, isn't this a question that I hear all the time? Yes, it is. So I'm gonna insert a picture here or somewhere, just like giving you like a different list of protein, where you can get protein from. But a few, I'll just name: nut butter, any kinds of nuts, tofu, tempeh, any dark green leafy greens like spinach and kale. They have a lot of protein. Plus, another bonus tip is the more dark leafy greens you get, the more iron you get as well. When I used to live in Pakistan, in one of my checkups, they said that I was low in iron. And then when I moved to Canada and I became vegan, all of those deficiencies, it just disappeared. The only deficiency I properly got was a lack of vitamin D because there's no sun. That was just a joke. Anyways, any kinds of peas, chickpeas, like hummus, like you can eat anything. And yeah, those are just a few of the proteins you can get and many more. And they also say that majority of vegan protein, so the protein you get without beef or chicken, is usually a lot more healthier, less in cholesterol, and it's just much more beneficial for you and gives you more protein in a less quantity. Like if you have, I think it's like a bowl of nuts or something, I'll show you the proper thing over here, but like a bowl of nuts is like equivalent to like steak or something like that, something along those lines. Okay, question 2, the second question I commonly get asked is, what do you eat on the airplane? Okay, so what you do is really easy. When you are booking your flight, they usually have a option in the menu area, like, oh, what kind of food can you eat? I always put vegan/vegetarian, and when you choose the vegan option, when you get the plate, the food, they have a really important sticker on it, even though they should start going low waste and stop with the stickers, but it's good, like, for them to know. It says strictly vegan, and literally when they give it to you, they say this is strictly vegan. It has not touched any dairy. It's not with any dairy. There's no eggs, there's no meat, there's no chicken, there's no animal products, animal byproducts, any of that. So it's really good, and like they strictly follow that, because a lot of people are lactose intolerant, allergic to certain things. They have to follow a certain procedure, which is really good. Another thing that they do is, Emirates especially, oh my god, Emirates has the best vegan food I've ever had, like on an airplane standards. Like the last time I got upgraded to business class because on the previous flight, the flight like is shut down, and it's a whole nother story. But so on the next flight, on the way back to Vancouver, I got upgraded and they gave me a dessert, okay? It was a chocolate vegan cake and it was so yummy. Oh my god. And also if you go like PIA or Qatar, any of those, a lot of like, if you think of it, a lot of Pakistani or Indian foods are technically vegetarian, a lot of the time vegan as well. So if you're going PIA, Pakistan International Airlines, a lot of the food, if you're a vegetarian or vegan, you can eat, which is a really bonus thing. But if you're going like British Airways or Cathay or Emirates, just make sure you put vegan option in the food section, because like, you know, whenever they ask for allergies or whatever, make sure to pre-book your vegan food so that they have it available for you on the flight. Otherwise, a lot of the times they don't. So tip there. Okay, question 4 I get asked: how do you battle the non-vegan food cravings like chocolate, chips, junk food? Now, that's a question I get asked a lot. Okay, so when I first became vegan, I struggled with that too, because when I actually first became vegan, I didn't go straight to vegan. I became raw vegan first. So raw vegan is, I was raw vegan for around 6 months, and honestly, I loved it. It was like amazing. But, you know, sometimes you need cooked food, you know. With the raw vegan, I felt that you couldn't eat as much like junk and like cravings as you feel like. But on the first Christmas I became vegan, one of my friends, Katie Lou, shout out to you, she got me vegan ice cream, and I had never tried vegan ice cream before. Oh my god, it blew my mind. Like, I didn't know vegan ice cream, that's a thing. Like, how is that possible? It was amazing. And I just like did more research and saw, oh my god, almost like you can get anything to match up the flavorings. For example, if you feel like something chocolatey but like in a biscuity form and you don't want to bake or anything, Oreo cookies are vegan. And like, that was like the best news of every year, of every day. Like, it's just my favorite thing ever, knowing Oreos are vegan. It's just, a lot of chocolates are vegan if you look at it. But you have to be very careful with chocolates, because sometimes they put eggs in chocolate. Like, fine, if you're vegetarian, you can eat chocolate. But if, like, suppose you're vegan and this chocolate doesn't have dairy in it, you have to check if it has eggs in it, because I didn't know chocolate has eggs, but some chocolates do have eggs. I learned that. Okay. A lot of chips are vegan. The simplest thing to do is look at the back and see the ingredients. And if the ingredients doesn't say any meat or gelatin, and it doesn't say any milk or eggs, that's fine. If it says may contain, that just means that it's been wrapped in the same facility as those eggs or dairy. So if you're fine with that, then that's normally fine. Like with me, if it says may contain, I know it doesn't contain it inside the package. So like I still have that. So for that way, it's fine. You can have majority of the chips. You can have not majority of the chocolates, but a lot of dark chocolates you can have. And a lot of junk food you can have. Honestly, nachos. In my last few years of high school, me and my friends, we used to have a nachos day, like once every 2 months. And so on the plate, we would have the same chips, because the chips were vegan, because like they're just normal chips, and majority of the chips are vegan, like I said before. But we would do half, and on half of it they'd put their normal cheddar cheese, and on the other half I'd put vegan cheese, and it tasted exactly the same. And half the time now, every time we do nachos day, I just do vegan cheese, because they like it too, and so it's perfect. Like by default, vegan junk food, it's perfect. The 5th and final question I get asked a lot is, what do you eat when you're going to other people's houses? Now, this is a shout out to Miri, because a lot of these questions, she has reminded me of them. She asked me about them, and congratulations on becoming vegan. Almost your pathway to there. Very proud of you. Okay. So usually it's very difficult. But if you're going to, I don't know, like a desi friend's house and they're having desi food, like Pakistani or Indian food, most of the time they will have vegetarian options, but not all of the time will they have vegan options. So what you can do is you can tell them beforehand, oh, I'm vegan, I don't eat dairy or eggs or blah 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 blah. But a lot of the time, if you're not that close to the person's house you're going to, like if it's a new friend and you're going for a hangout or a birthday, I usually eat a bit beforehand. But because I've been vegan for a long time, my friends' houses, whoever I go to, they know I'm vegan, so they always like have that option for me to eat. But I still do eat before, just in case, because I don't want to be an inconvenience on anyone. So that, it's not that hard. Honestly, it's just about communication and you'll be fine. You eat before, or if you're close enough, they will make it separately for you. And sometimes it's not that bad. Like on Christmas, Mama made a soup for everyone and she put dairy in it for everyone. But for the vegans and the vegetarians, she just didn't plop that dairy in. And it was perfectly fine. It wasn't that big of a deal. So yeah, those are my 5 mainly asked questions, the beginner's guide to veganism series, and I hope you like it. Like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Comment below what you liked about the video and what common questions you get asked, or what common questions you want to ask me, because I've been doing this for a while, answering questions and being vegan. Honestly, if you're thinking about becoming vegan, such a great idea, best decision of my life. I get to make new recipes, come up with different ideas to like, you know, get the palates going when I go back home in the summer. I have my lovely kitchen, because right now I'm in dorm and I don't have a kitchen. So because of that lovely kitchen, I'll be able to bake and cook, and I'll be recording those videos and sending it. So let me know if you want to see those. Okay, bye. Like and subscribe down below.